Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the sun, our life-giving star, has vanished. No sunrise, no warmth, just endless darkness spreading across the world. Sounds terrifying, right? But what would actually happen if the sun suddenly disappeared? Let's dive into this mind-blowing scientific scenario. The sun isn't just a bright ball in the sky. It's the ultimate source of life on Earth. Every second, it pours out unimaginable amounts of energy, keeping our planet warm, powering photosynthesis, and controlling everything from weather patterns to ocean currents. But if, by some impossible magic, the sun suddenly vanished, the effects would be instant and catastrophic. First, let's talk about light. You might think everything would go dark instantly, but that's not true. Light takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to Earth. That means for a brief moment, just over 8 minutes, everything would look perfectly normal. You could walk outside, see the blue sky, and have no idea that the sun was already gone. But then, without warning, the sunlight would stop. The world would fall into complete darkness. The sky would turn black, and the stars would appear even in the middle of the day. The moon, which only shines because it reflects sunlight, would also disappear from sight. Now comes the next part: gravity. The sun's gravity keeps Earth and all the other planets in orbit. Without it, the solar system would fall apart. But, just like light, gravity also travels at the speed of light. So for about 8 minutes, we'd still orbit the point where the sun used to be. After that, Earth would suddenly fly off in a straight line into deep space, like a stone released from a slingshot. Within a few days, the temperature on Earth would start to drop drastically. The average surface temperature would fall below freezing in less than a week. Within a month, the oceans would begin to freeze from the top down, turning into a vast, icy shell. However, the deep water below would remain liquid for a while due to the heat stored within and from geothermal energy at the ocean floor. Life near those volcanic vents might survive the longest. Humans would struggle to survive. The lack of sunlight would destroy plants almost immediately, cutting off the food chain. Without plants, herbivores would die first, followed by predators. Humans could only live in artificial habitats, underground bunkers, or near geothermal power sources, using stored energy and advanced technology to stay warm and grow food. Cities powered by nuclear or geothermal energy might become humanity's last hope. The atmosphere would also begin to change. Without sunlight, photosynthesis would stop, and oxygen levels would slowly drop over time. The sky would turn pitch black, but Earth's atmosphere would still scatter a bit of light from stars and distant galaxies. The planet would become a frozen, dark world drifting endlessly through the cosmos. Interestingly, not all life would vanish instantly. Microorganisms living deep beneath the Earth's surface or around hydrothermal vents could survive for millions of years, feeding on chemical energy instead of sunlight. So while the surface world would become a frozen wasteland, life, in its simplest form, might continue to exist hidden from sight. If you looked up at the night sky, you'd still see the sun as it was 8 minutes ago. But after that, even that light would fade forever. The rest of the planets would also drift away, moving in straight lines into the darkness, breaking the perfect balance that once held the solar system together. The long-term picture is even chilling. Without the sun's warmth, Earth's average surface temperature would drop to minus 100 degrees Celsius within a year. The atmosphere would begin to condense and freeze, creating layers of frozen gases like nitrogen and oxygen. Eventually, even the air we breathe would turn to ice. The planet would become a silent, frozen rock floating endlessly through infinity. If there were any hope for humans, it would come from technology. Scientists might try to create artificial suns, giant orbiting mirrors, or fusion reactors to bring back heat and light. But such a task would be unimaginably difficult. Our survival would depend on how quickly we could adapt, find alternative energy sources, and build shelters capable of resisting extreme cold. So, what does this tell us? The sun isn't just another star, it's our lifeline. Every second it burns, it gives us warmth, food, weather, and the very conditions for life itself. If it ever disappeared, even for a few moments, everything we know would change forever. The next time you see the sunrise, take a second to appreciate it, because without it, our planet would be nothing but a frozen, drifting shadow in the endless dark.